Good morning and top of the morning. Welcome to Money Morning. My name's Eric Stewart.
And I'm Paul Robinson.
We are here with the president of the City Council, Ms. Stephanie Rawlings-Blake. Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Pretty good.
So you've been up and about and working for about 4.5 hours now.
Right, yeah.
So many people, are not happy with the state of the city right now. And obviously you hold a key position in making some changes. Tell us about some of the sweeping and dynamic changes that you have planned for Baltimore.
I think times are changing in Baltimore. We have new leadership. We have a new police commissioner. We actually started off very well this year with our crime rates. Mm-hmm. So things are looking better.
Now that was noticeable, and I think a lot of people are very impressed that there was such an instant change in the murder rate over the first couple of months. What do you attribute that to?
I think Commissioner Bielfeld is excellent. He's come up through the ranks. He has the respect of the police officers, the rank and file police officers that are on the street, and he and Mayor Dixon shared their strategy for attacking the most violent criminals, focusing on the worst of us. Mm-hmm. And by doing that, it's really shown a difference.
So you grew up in a political family, correct? Mm-hmm. Tell us how that was growing up with, your father was a member of the House of Delegates? Yes,
my father was elected when I was about 7 or 8 years old. So I grew up campaigning ever since I was young. And it was very enjoyable. I liked going out and meeting people, knocking on doors. I enjoyed coming home, and my parents, well, my father mainly, would have meetings, and people from the community and other leaders would be there discussing things that were important to our community. And I got to see not only problems being discussed, but strategies and solutions.
Gotcha. And that contributed to you being the youngest person ever elected to the council, correct?
Yes, I mean it had an impact. I knew from a very early age that I wanted to be in public service. So when I had the opportunity to run, it was right as I was graduating from law school. The city elections were taking place, and in the district where I lived, 2 of the 3 representatives were not seeking re-election, and I felt like it was, one of those aha moments, like it was meant to be.
Gotcha.
Now wait a second, because we just kind of brushed over that fact. You're really the LeBron James of politics. How old were you when you were elected to the city council?
25.
25
Wow.
years old.
Yeah.
I couldn't tie my shoes straight when I was 25 yet.
It's interesting when you look back on it, because in a lot of ways I was typical 25. I was single, I was hanging out, I was having fun, but at the same time I was very focused on wanting to make a difference in my community. So with that respect, on the political side, I was very mature.
Yeah, and obviously I think that some people like that refreshing breath of fresh air that you bring to the table. Now, I think that currently the administration that's in place, because they're all female, and we've got to address this issue, some of the good old boy network, are you guys having trouble getting things pushed through, or does everyone seem to be falling in place now and seeing that they're very responsible and worthy folks in those positions?
Well, I think it's interesting, especially being on a show with 2 men here. I'm waiting to see when your female counterpart will join the show. But the people that
you're not too busy. We'll have you come on as our co-host.
Thank you, and I'm glad that we're recording this. I'll be back. No, I've known the mayor since I was a child. I've worked with the comptroller since I was first elected, and I've known the state's attorney, Pat Jessamy, since high school. So I have a good long-term relationship with a lot of these women, and there's a book called The Speed of Trust. I think the author's last name is Covey, Stephen Covey, I believe, and he talks about what happens when there's a trust in a relationship and how you're able to move much faster and get things done. And I really feel like that's what we're seeing here, because we all don't agree all the time, but we do agree for moving the city forward.
So, what is on the horizon for Baltimore City in regards to development, and what should homeowners expect to see cropping up? Besides, everyone knows about the biotech projects of East and West Baltimore with the University of Maryland and Johns Hopkins University, but what are some of those other projects of development that aren't quite getting the same press that you all are active in?
You know, one of the strong things that is happening is the healthy neighborhoods. Neighborhoods throughout the city, strong neighborhoods that have a little bit of difficulty, where they might have a few vacant homes and renters rental properties creeping in and sort of upsetting the balance. Those healthy neighborhoods are getting the financial support that they need to really create fine neighborhoods. And I think when home buyers or potential buyers look at those neighborhoods, they're going to see strong neighborhoods that are on the rise.
Well, I think, you know, we want to see what Baltimore has planned to bring in more homeowners, because we need to really address the vacant homes and the city-owned houses, and what the city council has, you know, individually as well as, you know, from a leadership standpoint, what you have in store for the city to, you know, stop this exodus from Baltimore, and we'll discuss those numbers when we come back from the break. My name's Eric Stewart.
And I'm Paul Robinson.
We'll be back with Money Morning in just a minute.